from last week, shout out to Chris, who was able to realize that actually the rate of decrease of the IgG based on protein electrophoresis from the third data point had slowed significantly compared to the other two. So not only had the protocol was being rendered ineffective, they had problems with the kidneys and with the stem cells. Dr. Jana saw that and said, we got to move on to a different protocol. I was unaware last time of what did that mean. Is that ASAP? Was that we're gonna continue with the cycle 6, cycle 7 of the original protocol, then add this new protocol? No, it's ASAP. In fact, Thursday was the last dosing with the original protocol. So that's over, and that was at cycle 6, day 14. No chemo from Friday, so now I go through a washout period, and the new cycle will begin February 1st, next Friday. Now, what is the new protocol? We're on cutting edge now, much more cutting edge. The compound being used is going to be DARZALEX. It was approved for those who've had a triple therapy, which included REVLIMID and DEXAMETHZONE, which is me, in 2016, which is pretty recent. In fact, it's so recent that the St. Mary's Hospital has only seen it up on the floors inpatient. The infusion center hasn't even dosed it. That's how new it was. My college buddies are going to recognize the shirt with the crazy pig on that. Well, Michelle, who's typically been my nurse when I'm in the infusion center, has laughed when I wear that, so I kind of wear that on infusion day. But we were talking on Thursday about this new protocol, and I said, man, you guys haven't seen it yet. And she goes, no. So I go, you know what that makes me? Looked at each other, and we said at the same time, a guinea pig. I go, yeah. So we laughed. I mean, you got to laugh about the stuff, otherwise it gets to you. So I'll be continuing to wear this shirt, and it has even more meaning based on that case. What type of an agent is this? So it's replacing the Velcade. Velcade, remember, was a targeted therapy that worked on the inside of the cancer cell on an enzyme. This is actually a monoclonal antibody, IgG, that binds to the outside of the cancer cell. So with the binding, it induces cell death, and also the complex is a more recognizable immune system for targeted death as well. So you have essentially targeted therapy straight through. The other two are the same as previous, the REVLIMID and the DEXAMETHZONE, acting as immunomodulators, again with your own immune system. They have some power on their own to do some killing of the cancer cells. This is what the new protocol is. Hot off the presses is DARZALEX. So what is the type of administration? Velcade was that sub-Q injection. DARZALEX is going to be given as a long-term infusion. The first infusion, which again will be next Friday, is actually 7 hours long. On Monday I go in for a port, which will be completely hidden underneath my skin, and then that'll allow the team access to that for the 7-hour infusion. You don't want to really have that in a peripheral arm vein for 7 hours with this caustic stuff running through, as that's one of the main side effects, is irritation and problems at the site. So having the port, the body, will be great and should eliminate a lot of that. Also, Dr. Jana wants to do a port anyway for the stem cell transplant. So having the port in there now is perfect. That sets me up for that. So now we just need my body to respond to the new protocol. So again, I go in Monday for the port. Friday starts the new chemotherapy, and it's every Friday for the first 2 months. But at first it's a 7-hour infusion, just getting the body used to that. DARZALEX drops to 4.3, then 3.4. I don't know if it continues to drop. I'm not 100% sure, but I haven't looked that far forward. But you continue to get that infusion for the first 2 months weekly, and the REVLIMID is taken kind of as is. But I'm that's going to be a little bit tough for me, because remember I've mentioned a lot of the side effects, the heaviest ones and the hardest ones I've said are coming from the REVLIMID. But now this cycle is again different than the previous protocol. The previous protocol was 21 days. 2 weeks on with the REVLIMID, 1 week off. Repeat. This is a 28-day cycle. So it's 3 weeks on with the REVLIMID, 1 week off. So I'm going to have to tolerate that REVLIMID for an additional week. We'll see how I do. But they were already talking, because its negative effects on the kidneys are still showing up. Now, if I'm going to be on it for 3 weeks, who knows what it'll show. So they're already talking about other agents that can replace the REVLIMID. So we'll see how that transpires. So you get this. This is interesting, because it's the first time I'm doing one of these videos without having the dexamethasone steroid, because we're in between doses. So I'm not quite as energetic as usual. This is probably how I'm more typically every day. So it gives you a different perspective. I'd like to hear your comments, below here. And if you have any questions about what the direction is and where we're going with a new protocol. We're going with something that's kind of state of the art now, and just crossing the fingers that we see results. That's exciting. It's exciting in the sense that it's nice that there has been a lot of research in multiple myeloma, because I'm not at a position where, okay, what do we do now? Other options available, and this is one of them. So you have a monoclonal antibody as a therapy, which is quite interesting. And again, the previous one was an inhibitor, an enzyme inhibitor. So we'll see how this goes. I'll have much more on next Friday that I missed. And if you have, again, questions, I can answer that, because this is kind of critical stuff, and you might have questions on the therapy or how I'm doing it, etc. So that'd be great to hear from you. So anyway, take care. Talk to you next week.